Hello and welcome to another episode of this Director of Football Challenge with Sheffield Wednesday. Okay, first of all, we've had an absolute disaster. The finances have slowly gone down as the season's gone on, even though we've not spent any money on transfers at all. We started off quite well. We started here, sold a couple of players in the transfer window in the summer, we were looking okay, and then all of a sudden it's just absolutely nosedived. Like I say, we've not spent any money on transfers at all. We were 38,000 under the wage budget before, so it's not down to us, it's just the club in general. So as a result, the day before the January transfer window opened, the board decided to take away all our transfer budget, reduce our wages by about £180,000 a week. We only had about 38,000 spare before, so it means straight away we were £150,000 a week over on the wages. So rather than the exciting transfer window full of the new signings, it's been all about our director of football frantically trying to sell players to balance the books. So let's have a quick look at the transfer history. And as you can see, there are quite a few outgoings. So far we've managed to not really sell any first team players, which is a bonus. We've just kind of cleared out a few backup players. It has weakened the squad depth even more than I was talking about in the last episode, but obviously we don't have much of a choice at the minute with the finances the way they are. So since the last transfer window, we've let another youngster go out on loan, which has not made much of a difference. Emanuelson, I think he played a couple of substitute appearances for us. He's gone for 115,000 just to get rid of his wages. Stephen Fletcher's gone to Celtic. We actually got a bit of money for that one. 1.9 mil, potentially raising to 2.9 mil. And also, got rid of quite a big wage for us. Another loan player's gone out, James Murphy, and then Jose Semedo has gone out on a free transfer. He was another one. He was actually complaining about being homesick. He'd not played for us all season. I think he made one appearance. So, yeah, we let him go on a free transfer. Got rid of his wages. So, yeah, that's it. We've also got a couple of transfers, potential outgoings that still could happen. We've got Ross Wallace, who could be going out on loan just to get rid of some wages. Gary Hooper, loan with potential of a permanent transfer on both of those. Like same again, just to clear some of those wages. The only incomings we nearly had were two Real Madrid youngsters, so it appeared that Real Madrid were the only team who were willing to let their youngsters go out on loan without any money for them in return, any wage contribution. So our director of football made an offer for two of those. Sergio Diaz, who is a attacking midfielder striker, he actually looks fairly decent, it would have been okay for us, but he had about 6 other teams to choose from to go on loan. And he's ended up going to Zaragoza, so yeah, can't really blame him for that one. And then the other one was Federico Valverde, who did actually agree to come to us, but he couldn't get a work permit, I'm afraid. So yeah, he's probably wouldn't have been a first team player, but it would have just been nice after getting rid of so many squad players just to have a little bit of extra backup, especially seeing as he would have been coming in for free. But it wasn't to be in the end. So in terms of matches since you were last with us, we've actually done pretty well. So you were last with us for the Rotherham game. We've won 6 out of our last 8 matches, as you can see. The only matches we lost were against Huddersfield, which we were pretty unlucky to lose actually, lost 3-2. But Huddersfield are absolutely running away with the league at the minute, they're miles ahead. And then we also lost against Brighton in the following game. So we'll just quickly run through these. We won 2-1 against Newcastle. Will Buckley went on a great run of form here. He scored in 4 consecutive games. So yeah, 2-1 against Newcastle, Will Buckley, and then Adam Reach got the winner right at the end. That was a really important game at the time because I think Newcastle were a point ahead of us going into the game, so we overtook them with the win back up into the playoffs. And we've kind of hung around the playoff zone ever since. We dropped out for probably one game just after this one, but then after this win we jumped back in. So then Preston, we won 2-1, Will Buckley again with a goal, and Rennie Adelaide. Wolves, we also won 2-1, a few 2-1s here, 4 in a row. So yeah, Wolves, same again, Will Buckley, Jordan Rhodes managed to get on the score sheet on that one right at the end, got the winner. Next game, Middlesbrough, we won it right at the death, 93rd minute, Will Buckley again. That was in the FA Cup 3rd round. So I was preparing for extra time at that point, and then yeah, Will Buckley popped up with a goal. So great stuff. Yeah, lost to Huddersfield 2-3 as 3-2 as I've already said. So Forestieri popped up with a goal there, and Adelaide again. And then the following game, same again, 3-2, Jordan Rhodes and Adam Reach. We then went on to absolutely smash Brentford, got a bit of morale back into the boys. So yeah, we ended up beating them 4-1. And then in the last game, which we played a couple of days ago, we played Burnley in the FA Cup 4th round, managed to beat them 1-0, another late goal. So we're through to the 5th round. I think the expectation was to only reach the 4th round, so we've already exceeded that. If we have a quick look at the Championship as well, at the table, so you can see it's put us back up into the playoff zone. We were up in 5th on 47 points, same as Newcastle, just below us. But as I said, Huddersfield absolutely miles away at the top, 12 points clear of 2nd place. Yeah, they look like they're flying home with the league at the minute, unless something drastic happens. But yeah, so you can see it is quite close up here. So from Leeds in 2nd all the way down to maybe probably Nottingham Forest, there's only 6 points. So anyone between 2nd and 9th could potentially get into the playoffs, maybe even be looking at automatic promotion. So it is tight at the top up there, so anything could happen by the end of the season. We'll just have a quick look at some of these player stats as well, because I've noticed Rennie Adelaide, who I thought was just going to be a backup player when he first joined on loan at the beginning of the season, our only signing of the season so far. He's actually got the highest assists in the league with 9. We've also got Liam Palmer, who wasn't playing before our director of football sold our first choice right back, Jack Hunt. He's came in as a right back, played every game, and he's got a 7.35 rating, so he's also doing really well. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the team for today's game. So as you can see, our squad is a lot smaller than the last time you were with us. So just move Buckley off that because he's still carrying a little bit of an injury from the last game. So we're going for Kieran Westwood in goal, Palmer at right back, Sasso and Tom Lees are the centre backs today, Pudel as left back, Kieran Lee and Barry Bannon in the midfield, Adelaide, Forestieri and Reach, and then Jordan Rhodes up front. So we are playing quite a consistent side. We're playing a similar side every week. It's just the odd injury and potentially a bit of tiredness is the only reason we're really having to change. So even though we have got rid of a lot of squad players, it's not actually really affected our first team at the minute, which is actually a good thing. I'm surprised we haven't had to get rid of some of these. Like somebody, I think it was Watford, wanted Tom Lees. He was valued. They were potentially going to be bidding 10 million, and you just know if they came in with a bid, the director of football wouldn't have had much choice other than to accept it in the club's current financial state. So, but at the minute, we've still got all our first team. There is a few hours left of the transfer window after the game, so who knows what could happen. But yeah, let's get into today's game. Okay, here we go. So where are Bristol City on the table? Let's just have a look. So they're 12th place, so they're sort of mid-table. But same again, I say they're mid-table, they're only 7 points behind us, so it is quite tight at the top of here. It's only once you get down to sort of the bottom 4 or 5 that there's a bit of a gap. And then obviously Huddersfield at the top. So Bristol City have, wow, I was just about to say Bristol City have got the first real highlight, and they've just smashed one into the top corner. So you might have noticed on the schedule, we conceded a lot more goals than we were doing at the beginning of the season, and this is what seems to keep happening. The other team seems to get an early goal, and then we have to do whatever it takes to come back and win the game. We're making everything hard work for ourselves. So, oh yeah, Westwood's picked up on the ball. So, yeah, hopefully, last game I think it was something similar, or the one before that. We conceded quite early, but we luckily managed to get a goal just before half time, and then it ended up being a fairly straightforward game. They could have just scored again there. We're not defending well. We're not really playing well at all. We've only had the couple of shots so far. Okay, so we're going to have to sell the boys. They've not been good enough. This is where we seem to struggle. Like when we played Newcastle, and a couple of the other teams around us, we played quite well. It seems to be those mid-table teams. I don't know if it's complacency from the team or what, but we do just seem to make things hard for ourselves. Maybe we'll go to the more home formation that's a bit more attacking. We'll take a bit of a risk with that. We'll have a look at the bench. See, what I did in the last game, I stuck Forestieri up front because he's a decent striker, and I brought Abdi on because we haven't really got a backup striker other than Hooper, who is potentially on his way out of the club. So We'll give Forestieri a little go up there in this match. Okay, let's see if this makes any difference for us. Maybe we will actually go attacking as well, and we'll tell the boys to push forward just to see if this does anything at all. Okay, we've got the ball. Forestieri finds Palmer out to Adelaide. Can he get another assist? Whips it into Bannon. Hit reach. Anyone going to shoot? Crosses the ball, and there we go. Abdi knocks it home from a couple of yards out, and that's the equaliser we've been after. So I didn't think anyone was going to do anything then. They all kept passing up the opportunity, but they were all lining up to tap the ball home there. So it's another good goal. Okay, so 10 minutes to go. We'll bring off Kieran Lee. He's on a yellow card. We'll bring David Jones on because he's a little bit older, but he's come up with some decent performances this season for us. And then we'll also bring on Fox. We'll just give Pewdle a little rest. I just don't want to play the players that are potentially leaving the club in an hour after the game's finished, such as Ross Wallace and Gary Hooper. Bannon with the corner. Can Fox find anybody here? Adelaide. Sasso picks it up. Come on. Oh no, here we go. We've gone to attacking. Oh wow. Abraham's missed it. That was a bit of a let off there. Yeah. Unless we can get something in the next few seconds. No, there we go. 1-1, so I suppose it's not disastrous. At the minute, we're still in the playoffs, but Newcastle have got a game to play. They're probably going to overtake us. Looks like everybody else is on the same game, so hopefully, even after the draw, we're still in the playoffs for now. I was really hoping to push on and, aim for some automatic promotion, but at the minute, I think playoffs is going to be the route if we've got any chance of getting promoted. Okay, so yeah, let's have a quick look at the schedule for the next game. So we might just have a little bit more transfer news in the next episode after today's deadline at midnight, but it's probably just going to be a couple more outgoings. I very much doubt we're going to get anybody in now. We haven't got the money to get anyone in anyway, so yeah. Right, so what shall we do? How about we'll come back for the game against Burton. So I want to play another good chunk of games, and then yeah, we'll come back against Burton in a few weeks' time. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the challenge, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, that'd be very much appreciated. The Twitter name is in the description just underneath the video. I'd love to see you guys on there. Okay, thank you very much. See you next time.